Well, Geoff Reeves in the Best IT Shadowworks Chevy Camaro. Jeff, what got you started in racing?
Oh man, I was in the military for 9.5 years, was a Navy SEAL during that time, and then when I got out, I actually started working as a brand liaison for several different car companies, and I got to the point where I was tired of talking about them. I want to start racing them. So then I went to some performance driving schools, such as Bondurant. That's where I first got my start. Came back for the advanced courses and just kept networking, went to a couple others, and then next thing you know, I made contact with Andy Lee and became friends with Pat and Bob Bondurant out at the school, and it just kind of morphed from there. Was able to get some sponsorship, and next thing you know, I started running the Continental Tire Series for a couple of races, and then talked with Andy. We put a package together, talked to my sponsor at the time, and next thing you know, I have my own Camaro, and I'm racing the Pirelli World Challenge Series.
Geoff Reeves in the Best IT Bondurant School Chevy Camaro.
What's your favorite aspect of Pirelli World Challenge?
I really like the mix of cars, and it's a toss-up between the types of cars you see on the track and the places we go. I mean, streets of St. Petersburg, the streets of Long Beach, these are epic tracks that you get to go through the downtown areas. That's pretty rad on amongst itself. And then you get to go to some of the road courses like Sonoma, Mid-Ohio, some very Laguna Seca sometimes, or Coda when they're on the schedule. Those are great places to run at. So I like the diversity that you get in this series. And it's the cars you see on the road. That is, they're not these prototypes that you see. These are the cars that you can actually drive down the street and say, I own that car. And they're race cars. It's a lot of fun.
So what do you drive on the street then?
I actually have a Corvette, to be quite honest with you. So being in the Chevy family, it fits well.
And what's your favorite car that's in this series that you don't have or drive?
Man, my favorite car, I would say for looks-wise, those McLarens are pretty sweet. Those things just look epic. I love the sound of the CTS-V Cadillacs. Those have a specific note when they go by. But otherwise, in the GTS, Aston Martins do look beautiful, but for the American muscle power, you got to go with the Chevys.
That's the rookie Reeves, who did a nice job of seeing him coming and just letting him slide through.
When I'm not here on the track or working with Andy out of Bondurant, I own and run Shadowworks. Shadowworks Group is a action sports brand that we sell clothing online. We also have a skydiving arm. So if I'm not in a race car, I'm probably jumping out of a plane somewhere into a stadium or an event around the country.
So we see you jump at an event at a World Challenge race, maybe?
Well, that's the goal. We'd love to do it, yeah. So stay tuned. Hopefully we can jump out of a plane, land right next to the car, put my race helmet on, and get in the car and race. That would be epic.
Now tell us about the standing start. What's your procedure and how have you done that?
I think it brings a great show to the crowd. I know inside the cockpit of this thing, though, I'm amped. I'm looking around, 360-degree awareness, and it's go. It is fun from our point of view. But when it comes to safety, though, I think the head of the series is doing a good job at looking at all the different pros and cons to it, and it will make a good call. Fans are everything. This is why we're here. If it wasn't for the fans, we wouldn't have a race here at Long Beach. We wouldn't have sponsorship on the car, because as much as it is about promoting a brand, it's about the people behind the wheel and their stories as well. So the fans is everything for this series.
There's Geoff Reeves, one of the rookies in the championship. He's driving one of the Best IT Camaros. It's the Shadowworks sponsored car.
We actually have Shadowworks to thank. We have Bondurant. We've got Chevy for helping us with the cars. There's a personal friend of mine out in Dallas, Mr. Tomnitz. Thank you very much for your help. It means a lot to me. And just all the support I get from watching my beautiful Siberian Husky back at home. Thank you, Eric and JJ, to Andy and his girlfriend Megan, who spent countless hours with me at the track, to Pat and Bob Bondurant for helping support and working with me on it all. I mean, God, the list goes on. And for World Challenge as well, for helping me in the series. It means a lot to me.